I'm always delighted to be with Saul News. This has been such a leader in the conservative movement and the Republican Party.
Welcome to the Saul's Newsstand News Rewind for August 1st, 2025. The Hill reports, Speaker Johnson says GOP will defy history when we grow the majority in the House. House Speaker Mike Johnson said Wednesday that his party will defy history when we grow the majority in the House in next year's midterm elections. Speaker Johnson told CNN, quote, "We have a solid, hard-working Republican majority in the House right now and the Senate. We're delivering for the people. And I'm very excited to go out and tell that story." Republicans currently hold the House, Senate, and White House, but Democrats are gunning for the reins of power in both chambers of Congress after devastating losses last November. The Daily Caller reports, Zohran Mamdani zigs and zags when asked if he regrets calling for defunding the police. Democrat New York City mayoral nominee Zohran Mamdani sidestepped a reporter's question on Wednesday about whether he regrets calling for defunding the police following the tragic death of a New York Police Department officer on Monday. In 2020, Mamdani made several anti-police statements and repeatedly called for the NYPD to be defunded following the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis, Minnesota. In a June 28, 2020 post on X, he called to defund the NYPD because it was supposedly racist, anti-queer, and a major threat to public safety. He also said in a December 7, 2020 X post that the NYPD is wicked and corrupt, and it therefore must be defunded and dismantled. And finally, the Washington Examiner reports, economy bounces back to 3% growth rate in second quarter, calming recession fears. GDP expanded at a 3% annual rate in the second quarter, the Bureau of Economic Analysis said Wednesday in a preliminary reading that shows the economy bounced back after a contraction in the first quarter. The growth in GDP, adjusted for inflation and seasonal variations, was stronger than economists expected and allays fears about a possible recession. It also gives President Donald Trump more leeway to pursue his agenda. Inflation is still above the Fed's 2% level, but Trump officials have been pushing for the Fed to lower its interest rate target, arguing that doing so would help consumers and be even better for economic growth. And that concludes your Saul's Newsstand News Rewind for August 1st, 2025. For more political news faster, visit saulsnews.com.